At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Pahrump Nugget, Progressive Cash Drawings, Mystery Point Multipliers, Mystery Gift Days, Extra Cash for 4 of a kinds, Bingo, Bowling, Football, and Food Specials. Looking for constant action? Look no further. Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners. News is brought to you in part by One Nevada Credit Union, where right now you can refinance your auto loan with rates as low as 2.98% and no payments for 90 days for qualified members. Call us today for details. News 46 is also brought to you by the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. When it comes to sensitive matters like bankruptcy, take a breath of fresh air by calling an experienced and compassionate attorney at the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump, 775-727-4747. News is also brought to you by Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer. When you need the best dermatology care in Pahrump, call Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer, 775-727-9800. News 46 is also brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain. News is also brought to you by Hope Counseling Services, where we specialize in behavioral health, inspiring hope for a brighter tomorrow. Call 775-727-0101 for more information.
Tonight, the county says no, but the town says yes to more money for Contour Entertainment.
The High Desert Shorts International Film Festival begins tomorrow.
Contestants for the Ms. Pahrump pageant meet tonight. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Doug Brindle and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Thursday, May 24, 2012. I'm Doug Brendel.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. We just want to let you know if you've seen some activity over on Homestead and Mance area, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue crews have been out there containing some hot spots, but that's all being wrapped up right now and everything's just fine. We just wanted to let you know. Well, the Pahrump Town Board voted 3-1 in favor of spending an additional $207,000 on Phase 2 of a plan to develop a theme park. This brings the total to $361,000 from the Town Tourism Fund, which stood at $950,000 when this effort began. The Tourism Fund collects revenue from local hotel taxes and can only be used for projects that will actually attract tourism to our town. And interestingly enough, the same item at Monday's meeting with the county commissioners produced a no vote for more money. When Commissioner Schinhofen asked Contour Entertainment and the Versailles Group if they had ever completed a project that they were hired to consult on, the answer was no.
Los Angeles is the nation's largest city to ban plastic bags at grocery stores in an increasingly widespread move to conserve the environment. The City Council voted 13-1 Wednesday to approve a policy that would ban single-use plastic bags later this year after an environmental impact report is completed and an ordinance is adopted. The program is modeled after bag bans in 48 other California cities that aim to prod consumers into using reusable bags. This prevents plastic litter from clogging waterways, swelling landfills, and cluttering streets. When the ordinance is adopted, the city will require larger stores to phase out plastic bags over 6 months, then provide free paper bags for another 6 months. Smaller retailers will have a year to phase out plastic. After a year, they will then be allowed to charge 10 cents for paper bags. Residents receiving government assistance will be exempt from the bag fee.
On Wednesday night, we brought you part one of our interview with Linda Cass, the creator of this weekend's High Desert Shorts International Film Festival. Now we have part two of that interview.
They're from Great Britain, from Thailand, I believe. We've got several countries represented this year, and we have been notified that our filmmakers are coming from across the world this year. I know for a fact that we have one coming in from Great Britain. Last year we had one come in from Australia, and he ended up taking the Audience Choice Award. Wonderful. It was really, it was very special.
Give me a definition of what a short is.
According to the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, a short film is 40 minutes in length. And that's a total runtime, including the credits. And in order to qualify for their standards, that's what we've kept it at.
But these shorts are usually even shorter than that, aren't they?
Most of them are. We've had the animation, because animation is so labor intensive, we've had them at less than a minute, at 55 seconds. Yeah. And we had one that won last year, and when I called the winner to let him know that he'd won, he said, "Oh my goodness, this is icing on the cake," because he'd been contacted by a major motion picture company to expand his 55-minute winner into a feature film in animation. Wow. Amazing.
Wow. These films, we kind of have a theme on different days, don't we?
Well, we have several. On Friday, we start with comedy. And we have some horror, science fiction. On Saturday, we have drama. And then we have a mixed bag, because some you can't put them exactly into a category. So you just mix them up, because they're very good entertainment. Yeah.
And so if they want to find out more, if the public wants to find out the schedule, they can actually go online?
Yes, it is. High Desert Shorts International Film Festival is High Desert Shorts IFF.com.
And that's where they can find out the whole schedule of everything. But otherwise, it's going to open at 6 p.m. on Friday night in the event center at the Pahrump Nugget.
That's exactly right, in the event center. We set it up. It looks just like a theater seating, and it's really a nice setting. And a shout out, thank you to the Pahrump Nugget. This is the 7th consecutive year that they have donated the space for our event. It's beautiful.
As we head into our break, we go to Mr. Movie Phone.
I'm Mr. Movie Phone. You've been waiting a decade for it, or have you? Those men in black are back, and you'll know if we're in or out with my weekend movie preview next.
News 46 is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain.
Action! Happy weekend, everybody! Well, this week at the movies, a fictional nightmare in the aftermath of a very real nuclear disaster. And those smartly dressed alien hunters are back in Men in Black 3.
I promise you the secrets of the universe, nothing more.
Well, what other secrets are there?
Will Smith returns as Agent J and is sent on a mission to save the planet and his partner, Agent K, played by Tommy Lee Jones. J must travel back in time to find a young K, played by Josh Brolin, to make things right and save the future of mankind. The real deal? Well, you won't need to be neuralized, but you won't be dazzled either. Men in Black 3 is okay, and in the summer sci-fi, just okay. Not good enough. I'm out. The aftermath of a nuclear disaster is the backdrop for the thriller Chernobyl Diaries.
So, I know I said we're going to Moscow.
Yeah.
You guys ever heard of Chernobyl?
Yeah.
That's where the nuclear disaster happened.
Yes. Have you heard of extreme tourism?
You're incredible.
Who's coming with Paul to Chernobyl?
In the latest movie from the makers of Paranormal Activity, we follow a group of young tourists who decide to go to an extreme tour of the town that was once the home of the workers of the Chernobyl nuclear reactor. The tourists believe the town has been deserted since the disaster, but soon discover they are not alone. The real deal? Well, from the guy who can't seem to afford a tripod, or a theater to show us the movie for that matter, Chernobyl Diaries looks like it should be tossed in the reactor. I'm out. All right, remember, for your showtimes, your tickets, my 6-second review, so much more, go to MoviePhone.com, and if you want to drop me a note, it's Facebook.com/MrMoviePhone, or tweet me right at 6-second reviews. So have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you at the movies.
That's a wrap!
The current Miss Pahrump, Rachel Maughan, spoke with us about tonight's meeting at Wolfie's for this year's pageant contestants.
I've
had the opportunity to do some really awesome things this year, and I've really enjoyed all of my time as Miss Pahrump.
Are you looking forward to the pageant this year?
I am. My little sister is actually going for Miss Pahrump this year, so I'm excited to watch and cheer her on and see how it goes.
So in addition to your little sister, a whole bunch of other potential contestants can join right now too, correct?
Correct. Girls ages 13 to 18 from entering freshmen into high school can join, go for Miss Pahrump and sign up.
And if they're interested, who can they contact?
They can call Cindy Colucci at 727-3010. I know that it's a sign-up and registration meeting, and the board directors for the pageant will be there answering questions, signing girls up, handing out CDs with the music, and anyone who's interested in doing the pageant should be there with a parent, and there is an $80 entry fee also due at that time. So you have to be going into high school or being within that age range, a high school student, and you have to have good grades and good moral character, and if you do win the title, you need to sign an agreement to have high moral standards in public and all the time, but just be presentable in public at all times.
So once again, when is the pageant going to be held this year?
July 28th.
Coming up soon. And once again, who can they call if they are interested in joining this?
Cindy Colucci at 727-3010.
Some beautiful girls we have in Pahrump.
Absolutely.
Well, here's Dan O'Donnell with your news across Nevada.
Emergency response leaders from rural counties and frontier counties of Nevada will gather at the Fallon Convention Center next week for a public health rural emergency preparedness summit. This is the first gathering of its kind in Nevada. The summit is funded by the Assistant Secretary for Preparedness and Response and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Expert presenters at the summit will provide guidance on preparedness and encourage collaboration among counties for preventing and handling public health emergencies and disasters. In addition to the presentations, the summit will feature tabletop exercises so that participants can practice responding to incidents such as public health or weather emergencies in rural counties. Over 30 tribal leaders met in Las Vegas to issue a joint statement opposing the controversial Las Vegas groundwater pumping pipeline. At the heart of the statement is the lack of required government-to-government consultation required by the federal government by Executive Order 13175 issued in 2000. The tribes held nothing back in their criticism of both the Bureau of Indian Affairs and the Bureau of Land Management. They issued a statement that the BLM and BIA are going to destroy them. They continued saying, "We're talking about water here. All life needs waters, even Indians. If they are allowed to build this pipeline and pump water from our lands, it will destroy us." Along with the tribes, numerous individuals, groups, and municipalities have also opposed the ill-proposed pipeline, including the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Salt Lake, Millard, Job, and Tooele counties in Utah, Great Basin Water Network, and several individual ranchers and farmers. President Barack Obama has nominated an expert on nuclear waste to lead the federal agency that regulates the nation's nuclear power plants. Allison McFarland served on a presidential commission that studied new strategies to manage nuclear waste. McFarland wrote a book in 2006 that raised technical questions about a proposed nuclear waste dump at Nevada's Yucca Mountain. She is an associate professor at George Mason University. I'm Deanna O'Donnell, and that's your news across Nevada.
Thank you very much, Deanna. We'll have more local news right after the break. Please keep it here.